Hello everybody and welcome back to Vintage Thursday. So we are very lucky today, or I am. I've been invited along to see a lovely vintage combine and a Massey Ferguson 1200, which is far nicer than mine, much better restored. Well, it's fully restored, all shiny, nice tyres, very nice indeed. So the combine is a 1970 Massey Ferguson 515. 12-foot cut, and this is its first season cutting for, they think, 30 years. Okay, so it was sold in 1970 by a local dealer to here, or to us in Wiltshire, John Wallace Tit. It stayed here for 5 years, and then it went up north, I think for the next 15 years, and came back and hasn't cut any since. Yes, so like I said, this is its first time cutting in 30 years-ish, we kind of think. It's cutting spring barley today, just this little field. So in preparation for harvest, what they've done, they've given it a clean off, a service up, replaced a couple of hydraulic hoses and a few belts. And last night they cut, I think, 3 and a bit times around the headland, and another hose burst. So I was here last night to film, but we couldn't get any footage. I was hanging around yakking really and didn't actually get on with the job. By the time I was ready to start filming, he'd burst a pipe. So I've come back tonight. So as you can tell, it is grumbling a little bit. I'm not entirely sure where that's coming from. Whether it's the multi-flow on the back, which is that kind of, it's not a straw chopper, it is designed to catch any grains that come over the straw walkers and puts them back in via the elevator up the side, back onto the sieves. But there's a bearing getting a bit iffy on that, I'm not sure. But it shouldn't be ticking like that, but I'm guessing that's where it's coming from. Just taken the last tiny little triangle now, and then that will be its job for this year. You know, it's just going to do this field. It's been brought out of retirement really, which is what they need. You know, you need to keep using them, otherwise they deteriorate if they're just sat in the shed. And that's what it's doing. It has come back to work. It's a very clean sample. We've seen them unloading into the trailer. We'll take a look at the grain in a minute. But a properly set combine of any age will produce a decent sample. So right, here we go, all finished, parked up. So there's the model number 515, supply and dealer, like I said, John Wallace Tits. There were 3 depots in those days. I suspect this came from the Salisbury depot because of the registration number. My granddad actually worked for John Wallace Tits back in the day, and my uncle, his son, was a fitter there. So just a quick little update. I did say that ticking sound. What it actually is, this been slightly bent in, and it was just this rotor ticking. So that's what the ticking sound was. So nothing major. It's not a bearing going or anything. So you can see here there's much more clearance on this side, and here it's just a little bit bent. So that was what the noise was. So nothing major, nothing that can't be fixed. So this is the return of the grain back into the sieves from the multi-flow, and which is this rotor on the back. Diesel tank. Okay, so here's the operator platform. All your gauges. This is the lever to change side to side for which tank you're filling. Hydraulic in and out of the unloading auger. So that lever chooses which side. It adjusts this flaps underneath here to tell you along over there to tell you which, or to determine which tank the grain goes into. Engine is under here. All your threshing speed, engagement, threshing engagement is here. That is concave adjustment down here. That is, what's that called? I forget what it's called now. Something to do with auto table height. That is, I forget how that works, but it's all connected to these 2 levers here. This is your variator, forward speed, table up and down, and real hydraulic in and out. Throttle here, basically there's tick over, fast idle and working. There is not a lot in between. Gears on the gear lever there, and a 12-foot quick attach header. So you take it off, put it on the trailer like modern ones to go through gateways and transport and what have you. Very nice condition for its age, and it went very well, apart from the couple of hydraulic hoses, which, you know, for a 50-year-old machine is nothing too drastic to worry about. So there we go. Right, so the owner of this combine has a very, very nice website dedicated to vintage combines. I'll put a link to it down below. I think it's yellowswirl.info. So I will put a link to that down below. Go and check that out. It is an absolute goldmine for information on these old combines. So right, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it, which is probably my favourite Vintage Thursday so far for me, for filming it, just because I got to see something I really enjoy. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.